dairy farm produces milk and a dairy factory processes it into a variety of dairy products. This establishment constitutes the global dairy industry, a component of the food industry. Assalamualaikum and hi, we are from Group 7 and the group members are Iqmal, Aiman, Safiah and me, Shahidatu. We'll share with you about the benefits of technology in dairy industry. The production of milk on dairy farms and the processing of milk and milk products at dairy plants make up the dairy industry. Milk is a perfect food. It is a part and parcel of the diet of all young and old. It is essential for the proper growth of the human body. It is a balanced diet. It contains protein, carbohydrates, fats, minerals and vitamins in the ratio in which they are needed for the proper development of the body. Along with producing many kinds of milk, dairy industry makes butter, cheese, yogurt and ice cream too. Milk production, dairy cows are housed, fed and milked on dairy farms across the country. Besides, there are various of technologies had been invented for this industry in order to get the best quality of milk. Without proper handling and storage, milk spoils easily and can potentially transmit diseases. Normally, dairy farms and plants are regulated by the government sanitation laws to ensure that their products meet basic quality and safety standards. Dairy is not just a healthy and delicious food group, but it can also contribute significantly to the economy of a country. Malaysia imports about 3.9 billion ringgit worth of dairy products a year, as local production amounts to only 67 million litres annually or 61% of current domestic demand, with an additional 40 million litres imported. The Dairy Development Program (DDP) initiative has trained and benefited 357 Malaysian dairy farms and from 2010 to 2020 helped produce 36.5 million litres of fresh milk locally.
Let's talk about the milk production. Although some dairies have their own unique method of milk production, most of the dairies follow these 8-step processes. Cows grazing. Dairy cows typically spend their days eating, sleeping, and ruminating or chewing their gut. Cows in some dairy farms wander around and eat fresh grass. Harvesting milk. Before the invention of the milking machine, people milked their dairy cows by hand by squeezing gently on the cow's teat using the thumb and forefinger. Now, milking machines mimic the action of the young cow by creating a pulsating vacuum around the teat, which causes the milk to be released from the udder. Next step, storing milk. Milk storage vats are refrigerated and come in various shapes and sizes. Milk is usually stored on farm at 39 degrees Fahrenheit and lasts for no longer than 48 hours. Step 4. Transportation of milk. Every 24 or 88 hours, milk is collected. Tanker driver grade and, if necessary, reject milk based on the temperature, size and smell. Step 5. Laboratories testing. Samples from the bulk milk tanker are tested for the antibiotics and temperature before the milk enters the factory processing area. If milk does not meet quality standard, it is rejected. Step 5. Processing milk. Whole milk, once approved for use, is pumped into the storage silos where it undergoes pasteurization, homogenization and further processing. In the further processing, includes reducing the fat content by microfiltration, increasing the storage life by ultra-high temperature treatment, and mixing or culturing milk for flavor and yogurt products. Step 7. Packaging milk. Now the milk is ready to be packaged for delivery to the store where it will be sold.
Now that you have been introduced about dairy making, let's jump into the technology that have contributed a lot in dairy production. First, let's dive into the first process where the milks are produced. From milking parlors to robots to sophisticated software in which farmers are increasingly using technology to make management decisions on the farm. The advancements in milking is where average dairy farm uses a vacuum system to milk their cows. Vacuum are contained within individual milk machines in a parlor. This system allows for multiple cows to be milked at a time. Milk machines are made of soft rubber or silicone, which ensures the comfort of cows during milking. The vacuum within a milk machine gently pulsates on a cow's teat, drawing milk from the other, which takes between 5 to 8 minutes to milk a cow. Then the milk chilled to 4 degrees Celsius in a bulk tank prior to pick up by the transport trucks every 48 hours.
What about butter?
In butter making, it is manufactured in a continuous churn, while some butter is still manufactured by the conventional batch method that was prevalent for many years before the introduction of continuous churn. The process uses a huge metal cylinder that turns around a horizontal axis, which most often used for churning butter by the conventional batch method. As the churn rotates, the cream is agitated and several thousand pounds of butter can be manufactured in one churning. The process starts by cleaning and sanitizing the churn, pump cream of 30 to 30% fat at 9 degrees Celsius onto the churn, and then coloring is added before rotate the churns until the butter granules are formed and becoming the size of peas. Then the buttermilk is drained and butter are rinsed with cold water to bring total volume to that original cream and salt before packed into individual package. Moving to cheese making that will excite all cheese lovers out there. The process uses lactic acid producing bacteria that are added to milk and the mixture is stirred at a constant temperature. When sufficient acidity has developed, rennet, the most common ingredient used in cheese making, which is a natural enzyme, can be added, and this hydrolyzes the kappa casein in the milk, causing the casein cells to coagulate and form a gel, which commonly referred as curd. The curd is separated off from the liquid and may be pressed, salted, and left to ripen according to the cheese type. Some of the famous cheese in the world are mozzarella, parmesan, cheddar, gouda, Swiss cheese, Emmentaler, Brie, and camembert, which each of these has its own unique taste and characteristic that is often used in various dishes.
So next, we will proceed to what is the impact of the dairy industry on society. But before that, I have one of the dairy milk product which is from the most popular company called Farm Fresh. It's highly recommended and you guys should have one. So without wasting any time, let's roll it. In the dairy group, our foods they are made with milk such as cheese and yogurt. Dairy foods are important for healthy bones and teeth, just like meat, fish, and eggs. Dairy foods are a good source of protein, but they also contain a mineral called calcium, which is very important for our bones and teeth. Why do you think it is important to have strong bones? Our skeleton gives our bodies their shape, hold us up, and protect our inside. Our skeleton gives our bodies their shape, hold us up, and protect our inside. With the help of our muscle, our skeletons also help us move. Our bones do most of their growing when we are young, so it's especially important for children to get plenty of calcium so that we grow up with strong bones. Besides, dairy industry has opened up an employment chances to many people. In the context of employment, we can divide it into two categories which are upstream and downstream. It started with upstream, where the production of milk is well organized by the employees. These include the farmer who provide the best food or quality grasses for the cows in the dairy factory. There are many internal workers that are responsible to the dairy industry that eventually produce a great fresh milk. For the downstream, the production of dairy milk provide a business opportunity to the societies. Many people started to become a seller and upgrade their business by recruiting people to as an agent, supply a milk product to the supermarket or direct selling to the customer. This is not only help the society to survive and support their family, but also provide the best milk product which can be enjoyed together. So we have reached at the end of the video. There are so many informations in this video about the benefit of technology on dairy industry. So I hope all the information in this video will help you a lot, and thank you for watching. Bye.